We will be making this simple watercolor figures and their reflection on a wet road in this tutorial. I will be explaining the entire process throughout the video. Hi friends, I am Vanidas Mangathil and let us learn watercolors together. If you are new to this channel and if you wish to take your watercolor skills to the next level, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification, and we will learn a lot together. Without further ado, let us begin the discussions. Here I am using a 300 GSM cold pressed watercolor paper, and it has a rough surface, and I am using a very small size paper around A4, in fact smaller than A4, and I am using a graphite pencil for drawing. It's a reasonably dark pencil, okay, of the order 2B or soft pencil. And here I am making suggesting a figure in terms of its volume. So you can see a sort of a cylindrical shape for the upper body, and the perspective of cylinders, you can see that it is it is leaning forward. So the idea is that somebody is pedaling a bike, okay. So you can understand the overall body movement from this. I'm not explaining about how we can suggest body movements using cylindrical shapes and all. That will take a much longer discussion, and if you're interested, you can please let me know in the comment box below. I'll try to add a longer video for that, okay. So to have more interest, let us make another figure, and who is coming forward. It is sort of a mirror reflection, or it is sort of a the pose is somewhat similar to the first one, but he is coming in the opposite direction and a little farther away. Some vertical lines to suggest reflection. It is not proper realistic reflection. So the reflection is just suggestive. So now the drawing seems to be final. It is done. We haven't done too much detailed drawing, and that much of detailed drawing is in fact not required. We are going for suggestive figures, okay. So it is not easy to do. You need to do a lot of practice, and once you are happy with the drawing, the very loose drawing, you can start the coloring process, okay. And for the coloring, I am using sort of a grayish violet for the first figure, the upper body, and we will use some matching colors for the lower body, maybe slightly darker colors, okay. So if you are liking this video and if you are thinking that this is useful for you, you are able to learn something, or it is inspiring you, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification. I will be planning for more videos, okay. Now as you can see, this is just a suggestion. It is not precise. Even the leg movement, the details, the wheels and the parts of the bike, they are not complete, or they are not very realistic. But what we are going to make here is kind of a suggestive figure that you find in watercolor landscapes and streetscapes, okay. So suggestivity is enough, not too much of details, right? I think I am reasonably okay. This seems to suggest somebody pedaling a bike, and let us make the other guy with a different color. So I am using light red color, scarlet color, and for the lower body I will try to use same dark Paynes gray sort of a color. So for the first figure I used a little bit of Paynes gray and violet, and then for the second guy I am using Paynes gray and red, okay. I think this is reasonably okay, and we can suggest the rest of the body parts, like the hand movement, and maybe a little bit clarity on the overall pose. So whenever here we are not making very accurate details, we are just suggesting, okay. These are some sort of some kind of a patch of water or wetness that I am trying to create on the road. Okay, so you could see that there is some part of the road is wet and some part is not wet. So it is kind of the heavy rain is over, and it is partly wet and partly dry. Okay, now I think this is the right context for creating some reflections, and we can in fact create some reflection. Okay, now before making the reflection, you can suggest some exposed body part. I am using thick orange color for this, directly taken from the tube. Since the apparel or the dress color is light red, the orange is not really making any much contrast, but you can see, I mean, what is happening. Okay, so I think I will not. I know that the first figure can get little better in terms of his movement, but I'm not going to modify it, because whatever we are going to do here is the suggestive figures. Okay, so when you do the suggestive figures, don't try to fix it, don't try to make it more and more accurate. Here, if you do more, then that suggestivity is lost, and it will tend to become more and more realistic, and I somehow don't like much realistic images. Okay, the partly defined, partly left out, that kind of a feeling I prefer. Sorry for that background noise. I think we have almost met our objective. A lot of things could be much better, I know. A lot of things could be much better, and if I do it again, I might do a little more changes. But see, every work that we do here, every tutorial is a kind of an exploration, an experiment. You learn a lot by doing these kind of experiments, and you will get, I mean, you may not get the perfect result that you are looking for, and for loose practices you should not expect perfect results. Then your work is very likely to get very rigid. Okay, so I think we are pretty much done, and I have signed it. Once you are signed it, you can treat it as probably done. Okay, so hope you have found this video informative and there was something to learn. Please do practice. Okay, please do practice, and I'm sure when you practice it, when you paint along or you practice it, you may get much different result. Okay, that is quite possible, because it is a loose watercolor and you cannot recreate it precisely. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me. If you have any question or any suggestions or any comments, please do write them into the comment box below. I will be more than happy to respond to you, and I will try to take your suggestions, if any, and we will hopefully see with a new video soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Happy painting.